Hello and welcome. I am Cy. Today I'm going to be reviewing my brand new Multipure Aquaversa Water Filter, the MP750 model. And to put things in perspective, this is part of the new setup, and this right here is our old MP750, which has changed. I'm going to show you that up close and we'll go from there. So here we have the old MP750 model of the Multipure filter, and this one still works, but there's a problem, and that's why I'm replacing pieces so it's upgraded to the new MP750. And to put things in perspective, I really like Multipure, and I've had this thing for over 20 years. So if I turn on the water here, this right here is the button I press, and this makes the water come out. So right here is an air valve, and I can release air from it. But the only problem is that after 20 or so years, this started leaking water coming down here. And so that's why I'm replacing the filter, because it was leaving a mess on our countertop. And we're gonna go ahead and take a look at our new filter now. And so let's switch to that. Before we unbox the new filter, I just wanna say that I really like Multipure. I think that they have done an excellent job with their filters, providing very high filtration for many contaminants. The water tastes good, and this particular model, the MP750, does not filter fluoride, but we don't have fluoride in the area that we live in our water system.
So in case they add fluoride to the water of the area that you live in, this is what Multipure has to say. Do Multipure filters reduce fluoride? Yes and no. Multipure's Aqua RO is NSF certified for the reduction of fluoride. Multipure's Aquaversa, Aqua Perform, and Aqua Source are not certified for fluoride reduction. There are many filters on the market which claim to be able to remove fluoride from water. However, Multipure has been unable to replicate or verify the performance claims of those filters in filter media. Reverse osmosis and distillation remain the only bona fide treatment technologies for long-term treatment of fluoride at the point of use. Fluoride can appear in water supplies due to both man-made and natural sources, and you can see the Aqua RO, that's reverse osmosis, so that is their particular filtration that would help with fluoride removal.
But this one right here is a carbon block filter, and it does not filter fluoride, but the water tastes good. I would say that Multipure is one of the premium filters at a reasonable cost. I'll share a little of the specifications of what it will filter and why I like Multipure so much. But first, let's go ahead and do the unboxing of the new filter, and we'll go through how to set it up and add the new filter to the stainless steel casing. So let's get to it. Here are pieces of our new MP750 stainless steel casing, and this right here, the CB6, is the filter that goes inside, and those last for about a year for a family of 4 or 750 gallons of water, whatever comes first. So let's go ahead and open these up and see what we've got. You can see they packaged this up nicely. So this is the bottom of the MP750. I'll go ahead and get these two boxes opened and show you what's inside. Here we have the top of our filter. This is where the water comes in from the faucet, and this is where it will come out at the top. Here is the filter that goes inside, and you can see it has all of the instructions here, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you what those are, and we're going to do it here together. Okay, so here we have our top, our bottom, and I'm going to go ahead and get all the pieces we need from our old filter, and we'll put it all together. So the first thing we're going to do, you can see that there's a place to screw into on the top part of this filter. So we're going to go ahead and take this piece. You can see where the threads go on to that. We're just going to stick it in here and first line it up so that I know that I've got it on there. And this is at least 4 to 5 full revolutions, but just snug, not over tightened. I'll use this for my measure, so turn it. And I think it just connected there, so there's about 1, 2, 3, starting to tighten up, 4-ish, and I'm not going to go quite 5. I'm just going to tighten it to the point where it's snug. And so this is the hardest part, I would say, hooking your filter up. And so now we're going to go ahead and put the bottom on. And so that goes on just like that. You'll notice there's a little black gasket type band here. Okay, next thing we're going to do, we're going to reconnect what is called our V band. So we'll loosen it up enough. Then we're going to hand tighten this black knob on the V-band as tight as it can go. You can see as I'm turning this, at some point it's going to run into this and we won't be able to tighten it any further. And that's what they mean by tightening it as tight as it'll go. And I'd say that's about as tight as it needs to go. Our next step is to connect our inlet, which is what also connects to our sink. And so we're going to do that. I do like to put a little Teflon tape on here, and that just makes the seal so there's no leakage. And I'll show you that. So this is some Teflon tape, and I'll just take a little out here, break it, and I'm just going to wrap that around here, and it will make the threads so that they fit perfectly on here with no leakage. And so we'll go ahead and hook that to our intake or our inlet. Once it starts to get snug, I'll finish tightening it up with a wrench. And at this point, we don't need to go too tight, just nice and snug. And the last piece of the puzzle is to put our spout onto the outlet. And I'm going to go ahead and put a little Teflon tape on there as well. And then we'll go ahead and screw this in a clockwise motion. Once it starts to tighten up, we'll just use a wrench to snug it up. And that's pretty snug. Go ahead and take it over to the sink and hook it up. So the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and connect it to our faucet. And you just tighten it up to the point where it's snug. Now, we're going to go ahead and turn on our water. Okay, and you can see the water is coming out here. And then there is the little valve that's on the other side here. You just push that through, and then the water will start to come through here in just a moment. Here it comes. Okay, so now the water is flowing through. I've got it on cold, keep in mind, and that's what you want to have every time that you run water through your filter. You want it to be cold. But when you put a new filter in, you do have to let it run to waste for 30 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and put a timer on, let this run for 30 minutes. We'll get back and taste the water and talk about why Multipure is such a good filter. So it's been just about 30 minutes, so I went ahead and stopped the water flowing through it, and we'll do a taste test here in a second. I do want to point out something here that might be important for you. The old models of the Multipure MP750s had this flat bottom base. The new ones have a rounded base, so I've temporarily placed this on top of the old base, and I went ahead and ordered an acrylic base that actually this part fits inside. So if you're getting the MP750 model, you will want to have the acrylic base with it.
To get the acrylic base, choose options, and don't get the filter system only. Get the countertop kit with the dual hose diverter or the countertop kit with a single hose diverter like I have. And that's what it looks like right there.
Okay, so I have ordered our base for our Multipure filter, and we're going to just go ahead and put it on there and see how it works, meaning if it's stable after this. So let's go ahead and do that really quick. Just going to go ahead and put it down here. Place our filter in it. Give you a close-up look here. But yeah, it looks like it's perfect now. That base on it looks nice and stable. So I'm happy with that. Also, this is kind of just comes in handy. You can just tack it on the wall or put it somewhere where you'll be able to see it, but you can just put the date that you installed it so you kind of know when to change your filter, and about a year is when they usually should be changed for a family of 4. Let's go ahead and do our taste test. And it tastes very good, that fresh filtered water. It's nice and cold right now because the water's been running for a while. That tastes great. So let's go ahead and quickly get into why Multipure.
So here are some of the reasons that I really like Multipure. First of all, they are a great company that stands behind their products, and they have great customer service. But you can see here that they provide a lifetime warranty and a 90-day money-back guarantee. And the warranty is on the casing or the housing for the filters. As you can see that there are these different standards. When it comes to drinking water treatment, point-of-use filtration devices are certified by NSF under a handful of standards, the most important of which are, and then it shows you these standards, which is standard 42, standard 53, standard 401, and standard P231. That's the microbiological purifier. Now, all of Multipure's water filters protect for these first 3 only. Some of them do the microbiological purifier. So let's go ahead and look, for example, at what Multipure will take out of the water regarding the filter that we've been looking at here, which is the Aquaversa. And you can see it has the NSF 42 standard for aesthetic effects. You can see it reduces chloramine, chlorine, and particulate class 1, and those are by 97.3% up to 98.9%. And then for NSF 53 health effects, you can see all of these different things that it will filter out here, and there are a lot of them. And you can see many of them are greater than 99%, but they're all very high amounts that they get rid of these different types of things that could be in your water. So you see those. And then standard 401, and you can see here that that even includes microplastics, which is a concern in the time that we live in, and then it filters that out by 99.8%. And bisphenol A, which is another thing that a lot of people are concerned about. But I thought this was really cool too, that it filters out ibuprofen, naproxen, nanophenol. I don't know if all of these are types of drugs, but I know ibuprofen is. So I thought that was really cool that that's one of the things that they had thought about for their filters to do. Let's just look really quickly comparing to another filter. For example, right here we have Aquasana, which is a good filter, but I just want to show you, for example, in this particular class, the 401, you can see the number of things that are reduced by the Aquasana filters, right? Well, now let's go over to the Multipure filter and look under the same standard for 401, and we'll go down to the particular filter that is used in the Aquaversa, which I have, which is the CB6, and you can see there is a long list of things that it filters out. So if you compare that again to the Aquasana, it's a lot longer list of things that it filters out. So you can see some of the benefits and features here. You want to pause the video to kind of read some of these, and then the specifications, and I will link to these things in the description, along with how to save 5% on your filter when you order online. So if you want to save a little bit of extra money on your purchase of a Multipure water filtration system, you can also help to support me by going to this particular URL here, and when you do that, which you can also click on through the link in the description of this video, you will see that there's a code here, 436985, and that will save 5% on your order when you order online. And all you have to do is just copy paste this into the coupon section as you're going through your order. When you get to your checkout screen, this is where you'll add your coupon. Just click here, paste the code in, and say apply, and that will take off that 5% there. You can just click here on Shop Now, and that will take you to the different water filtration systems. And as I had said before, the one that I currently have is the Aquaversa. And as I have also said, you're going to want to get one that has the extra pieces on it. In case you're looking for a system that is less expensive, you can go to products, drinking water systems, and go to the Aqua Mini here, and you'll see that the Aqua Mini costs less. And you'll also want to make sure that you choose one of the kits so that you can have everything you need to set it up. But this one is meant to be traveled around with as well. So I hope you liked my review of the Multipure Aquaversa MP750 water filtration system with the CB6 filter inside. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and share this video, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.
Don't hesitate to call me back, 'cause I won't